Well, hi everybody. It's the weekly live with Leanne, Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Central Time. So I have some fun things to share with you today, some exciting things. As you can see, what is this? Just announced today, I have exciting news for those of you who do memory keeping or even just designer paper that's coming out next week. So let me get my laptop synced up, and so I might just wait a few minutes to talk about this and cover some other things that are until we get a few more people on. Okay, and of course, how does that happen? I have this so straight when I start out, and then it looks crooked on the screen. That is a little better. Oh gosh. Until I see it on my laptop, it does not look, it looks straight. And then I get it on the big screen and it's like, oh my, how did I not notice that? Okay, all right, we're gonna go over a few other things before we get into this, because this I want to wait for more people to be on. Hi Trina, hi Jean, hi Carol. Thank you so much for joining me today. I think you'll be thrilled with what I have to share with you. All right, I do want to remind people that if you earned any coupons in your orders in July, this is the time to redeem them. You only have through Saturday to spend your $5 coupons. So if you can't find it, you do have to call Stampin' Up! To get them. Your demonstrator does not have them. You received it in an email. Sometimes they go to spam, but yeah, don't miss out on the savings. Redeem them. You don't have to spend that much money. You say you earn $10 in coupons, you can order a $10 item, I believe. I haven't seen many people do that, but I think it's possible. Okay, so August is redeem month, so don't miss that. The other thing happening is our designer paper sale. So that is ending on Saturday as well. I'm going to show you a really cool card with the Full of Life designer paper that we made at my card clubs this month. I also am going to show you something with brand new holiday designer paper. So that's my plan for today's video. But yeah, 15% off almost all of the designer papers in the annual catalog. I noticed today the Thoughtful Journey is on low inventory. I believe which one was out of stock? I think Country Woods, well, I can tell by here. Yeah, Country Woods is the only one out of stock right now. So that will be back not until September. So that one we cannot get. So here's the current inventory status report of the products, except for I don't usually list ink pads, cardstock, blends, markers, that kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, you're in North Dakota? Well, of course you are, Cindy. Yeah, I know you live in North Dakota, but thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I like to know where people live. That's always fun to see where everybody's watching me from. So thank you. And Washington, Donna, wonderful. All right. Yeah, don't forget to share this video with your friends and maybe now early so they can still catch on to the projects that I'll be sharing. So yeah, the designer paper sale, the bonus days redemption is happening. Those are the two promotions right now happening in August. So we have quite a few things coming back in early September. I separate them. These are embossing folders. Here are dies, designer paper, cards and envelopes, and embellishments. So that's how I separate them. So hopefully that helps you when you plan your orders. Okay, moving on. Before I get into this, I do want to talk about this catalog is coming out September 4th, which is a week from tomorrow, next Wednesday. So that is when we can start ordering from this catalog. I do have a holiday open house that same day, September 4th, on Wednesday, here at my home in Minot. That's the time. So how a BOGO works with this catalog is I'm selling my last year of retired products that I saved just for this event. So I have, I think it's 8 boxes, and some are very large, of retired Stampin' Up! Products that I sell at almost full price, but then for every dollar you spend on my retired, you get that same dollar in free, either from holiday catalog or online or the annual catalog. So it's buy one, get one. So buy the retired, get this stuff free. So that's how that works. And it's a very popular sale. A lot of people love the deals that you get from that. So yeah, I hope if you're local, whether you're in Bismarck or Minot or Williston even, it's well worth the fun. And of course I have my displays featuring swaps and products and lots of yummy food, which I haven't planned yet, but that'll start happening soon. My list is kind of one thing at a time. I go down, I do what I have to do first, and then I work on the next things later. But cooking is easy for me. I love to cook and I love to share the recipes of what I do. So, okay, that's that. I do want to mention that I have a holiday catalog designer paper share that I can start that I will be ordering on September 4th. And I'm assuming and hoping that everything is available so I can fill the designer paper shares that have of the people who have signed up so far. So I can start collecting money for that tomorrow. 1 week before the catalog starts is the rule. So if you want to get in on that, if you're wanting that, I would encourage you to sign up by next Wednesday the 4th, because I'll order all the shares that fill first and that will mean you'll get it in a timely manner, because every now and then something goes out of stock and then I have to wait. So yeah, be sure if you want a holiday paper share, it is for 6x6, it is $26.50 and then $6 for shipping. Now if you want a double share, you get 6x12 inch pieces for all those that are not 6x6. There's 2 packs in this catalog that are 6x6 size, so I can't get those any larger. So yeah, let me know. Just message me on Facebook, send me an email or a text, and I can start sending invoices for that tomorrow. If you want to pay by check, you can, but you better get that in the mail soon. I can't order until I receive it. Venmo or PayPal is the best. And if you're local and I have your credit card information, you can do it that way too. Okay, I'm going to wait just one more minute for sharing that. So last week I mentioned the prize for sharing last week's video was this designer paper. Let's see, it is called Lighter Than Air. And it's a little bit more than half a pack of this designer paper. So pretty. It was in last year's catalog, I believe. I think the spring catalog. And then for those who share, they will receive these 4 cards. They're almost all fun folds. Well, actually, they are all fun folds. So great ideas. This is a little pocket card. Actually, no, this is a pop-up bag card. Now, this was on a video, last year, I think. I don't know. And then here's an easy one with designer paper and a little Dutch door card. So this is for sharing. This was for commenting. And the winners, I don't know if they're on yet. Doris Munson won the Doris Munson won the Fun Fold cards, and Chris Ricks won the designer paper. So I'll be sending those to those gals. Actually, both of them ordered kits to go, so they'll go in their kits to go package. Exciting that they get that. So congratulations, gals. Now the prizes for this week is a set of opaque adhesive back gems and a simply chamois. So this is the item for sharing, and this is for commenting on today's video. So thank you so much for sharing, and let me know if you share. And please make sure that I can message you. Some people do not allow messaging on their Facebook, so that's important. Okay, so the scrapbooking brochure, they gave permission for us to share this today. Just came out this morning. So what this is, it looks like the front of a catalog, doesn't it? So very exciting. You can see some of the products there. We are now, thanks to taking on close to my heart, we are getting back into scrapbooking, and I'm super excited. I have many customers who mainly scrapbook, and some are in my clubs and we do cards, but they miss the scrapbook line. So I'll just quickly page through. We are getting two-tone cardstock. This is a multi-pack, 12 sheets. So, let's see. No, single packs. They have item numbers. And we're getting a new white. This is White Willow. For close to my heart people, it was White Daisy. We are getting scrapbook workshop kits. However, you can get some of these items separately. There's not in this one. This one is all the scrapbook kit. It's a 3 2-page layouts, 12 by 12, and you get all of this product right here for $37. There's some ideas for it, or I bet this may be the samples in the workshop kit. Here is Reindeer Days Designer Series paper and sticker sheet. Plus there is a new stamp set. I think that's on the next page. And two-tone cardstock. So here's the cardstock. Here's the new stamp set. And this is the designer paper plus the sticker page. So excited. I have been so wanting to get into coordinating stickers, die-cut adhesive sheets to go with our designer papers. Here's another workshop kit called Snowy Day, and this one's $25. And here are some samples of that workshop kit. Here is designer paper sticker sheet, 13 sheets of designer paper and 1 sticker sheet, and that is shown here. Plus, I love this stamp set. Oh, to have nice titles for your stamp sets or your scrapbook layouts. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I just love that. And there's some that are smaller that you could use for cards, and here is Halloween. So they finally brought us some Halloween items. Now, this is a scrapbook kit for $28 that includes cardstock, designer paper, and sticker sheets. Then some samples, and now these are the designer papers and sticker sheet. This is $17 for 13 sheets. We have a Halloween stamp set. Here's the sticker sheet. That's included with this designer paper, I believe, because it says designer paper and sticker sheet. So that's our Halloween paper. And then there's a 12 by 12 pack. And look at the titles for your Halloween memories. Yeah, so excited. Now there's an autumn one. So these are all geared toward fall and the holiday season. So then we will be getting more in the spring. So hi, Bobette, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you figured out how to share, Nancy. I appreciate that. Okay, so this is the scrapbook workshop. This is a big one. This is $42, but includes lots of items. There's an ephemera pack right here. It looks like either wood. I can't tell. It just says ephemera sheets. Pre-cut sheet is 1, and this one is 2 sheets of ephemera, and then you get 1 sheet of stickers. So, right here, this must be the ephemera. So I believe ephemera means not stickers, just like die cuts. Here are some samples of the fall, and here is the autumn 12 by 12 designer paper and a little sample. There is a new stamp set. I love that stamp set. Yeah, and then this is the cardstock, the designer papers, and the sticker sheet. So I hope you're excited about this. Now my printer, it does not do colors perfectly. So they're a little bit more muted here. When I'm sharing this, I think on Thursday, this brochure on my blog, and it'll go in my newsletter too, probably by tomorrow. So it'll be a little bit clearer. And this is the back of the little brochure. So that is the new scrapbooking brochure that is coming out September 4th. Now, some of these will only be seen online. It's not, even though it's a brochure, it's not really a catalog. And when I say you can see them online, it means they're in a brochure. They're seen online. They're not in any really printed catalog. But you can order any of our online or catalog items in any way, whether you're local or ordering online. Everything can be ordered as usual. So that's exciting. I am so thrilled that we're getting scrapbook products for my many scrapbookers. They're going to be thrilled that we're going to get such a wonderful new big line of scrapbooking products. And I do want to share eventually by next catalog, which is I think April, we will have 12 by 12 paper in every color, I think in all single packs. I think that's what they said. Now, don't quote me yet, but it sounds like by next catalog we will have 12 by 12 in all colors. So, and some will be in multi-packs and some will be in single packs. They haven't been real clear about that yet. So yeah, don't quote me yet. Okay, so one of the designer papers I'm going to feature today, well, the only one from the annual catalog, is the Full of Life. Now remember, these are all 15% off right now. So you can get them through August 31st, which is Saturday, I believe, but this is the one I'm using today, all at 15% off, which I think is $10.62 instead of $12.50. Okay, so this is one of the cards we made at my card club this month in August, and they just loved it. They just loved it. So the stamps sets I'm using, there's quite a few. My Small Business, mostly for the thanks, a few other things we used. And this one, the Trusty Tools, I just wanted one greeting. So you're the most awesome. So that's that one. This is the main one. And then for the inside, I use Sweetly Scripted. I don't know if many of you have seen this. I believe this is online only. So those are the stamps that I'm using today. Okay, make room. And then the dies. These dies make the card. So these are called the Bright Skies dies, and I got them mostly for the clouds. I love these clouds. They're stitched. There's this border die that I used as well, and then there's a sun, and there's flowers, and there's lightning and raindrops. So it's a really fun set of dies. Okay, so now you know what we're using. So now I'll show you the cards. So here are two samples of the cards that we're going to make. Aren't they cool? Just love them. With that designer paper that is like a sun's rays, I think it's just super, super neat. So if any of you have this Full of Life designer paper, you may want to find some cloud dies and use this layout for your cards. Okay, so every person got a different set of card base depending on their designer paper. So in this case, I decided that Shaded Spruce was going to match this this color. So we put that, and I could have also done Berry Burst, but I did Shaded Spruce. Okay, well, we're going to start it. Isn't that gorgeous, that layer 2? Some people had a hard time deciding which one they wanted to use, but most people chose these kind of sun rays. Okay, you do that first. Then you take this border layer, which is made with the cloud loopy die, and add that, just a little bit of glue. And you can either put it right up against it or leave a little space. Doesn't really matter. And then I gave them strips of coordinating cardstock. And as you can see, it's just a hair short. I don't know how I did that. When I cut out all the pieces, it's kind of crazy that some ended up short. But I told them just make a little snip and spread it apart on your layer, and the clouds and the sun will cover that. So you can have a tiny little gap there. So remember, you can always snip your paper. Sometimes I do that just to save paper. That's kind of me. Okay, so on the sun, this is the inside layer. Here are the clouds. On the sun, we're going to get out Daffodil Delight ink, and oh no, where is my wouldn't you know it? I lost my maybe it's over here. No, lost my little sponge dauber. How crazy is that? I didn't think I took it out. Hold on just a second. Okay, got a little sponge dauber here. Looks like that's kind of in a peachy color, but it's going to be fine. We just need to highlight that. And then if you want to, you can even do the edge of the sun's rays here. Just lightly, I don't like a lot. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna put those together, and I didn't pop those up. I left them flat. I can do either way. So that's gonna go up here. Just gonna put that right on, cover up that, and that's gonna go here. This is our plain cloud that doesn't have any stamping on it. Want to just overlap a little bit, and then this one we're going to stamp on. And I'm gonna do thanks because I always need thank you cards. We're gonna do it in the color of the card base. So this is Shaded Spruce. I'm going to check my stamp and make sure I don't have any hairs or fuzz on it. And after I ink, I'm going to do it again. Thanks to my kitty cats, I might, and or my own, might have some hairs on there. Okay. Stamp that. And then that. I didn't pop this. Well, actually, yes, I did pop that up. Oh, isn't that just adorable? Love it. Okay, gonna get my dimensionals here, and I might just use some edges. And I tend to just tear my edges. You can easily cut yours. Okay. It's easy to just cut some little strips around the edge when you do that. Wonderful, wonderful. So then you can just add a few little rhinestones just to, and I actually have some that are slightly colored green, so I'm going to go ahead and use those. Sometimes I use a Blends marker to color my rhinestones. Oops, missed that one. Okay, that's the front. Now the inside, I didn't show you that yet, can be like that. So we will get that You're the Most Awesome. Stamp it in my, sorry, I have this off to the side here. I want to make sure it's straight. You either go straight or you go kittywampus for your images. And then I'll show you this. I'm going on the diagonal on this and just pressing ever so lightly because I don't want to fill in the rubber. So just tap it all over, and this is that Sweetly Scripted stamp set. Very cool. Now, if you want to, I have these hearts. Let's see, I'm going to grab that. This is the stamp set I'm using for the thanks, the hearts, and then there's this Handmade for You. And then here's the Sweetly Scripted. So lots of different thank yous. There's just a couple that are more for a business, but there's some neat bags and gifts and things like that. So yeah, those are the stamp sets. So I'm going to use a different color ink for the hearts. Just do that. And that's it for stamping. So this is my usual 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 because you can get 5 on a piece of 8 1/2 by 11. I've shown that template in the past. I haven't shown it for a while. I need to do that. I need to bring it out. Okay, isn't that super cool? And so many options with the designer paper that you can do. Yeah, hope you like that. It was really fun and super simple card to make, although there were a few die cuts. There's 4 per card, but really a fun card to make and to have on hand. I mean, you're the most awesome could be for a birthday. So here I stamped the happy birthday in shaded spruce and then didn't re-ink and stamped it again, just slightly off a little bit. So, and then the back, I didn't show that. We did a little handmade for you, which is in that same stamp set. So yeah, I thought so too. This designer paper is super fun. I've done so many different cards with it, depending on, I mean, the squares are fun. I really like these. And then I've done some of the soft colors, which are just kind of a blended color. I've done some cards with those too. So yeah, you'll be seeing lots more of this. This is still going to be good. All these are the annual catalog that are on sale this month. So they will be used for the next, I don't know, 7 months, 8 months. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, I have new. I told you last week I was going to show new. So I don't have time to do, oh, this got kind of bent, do all of the cards with this suite. But I am going to show you one interesting fun fold today. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. I'm glad you like that. Okay, so, oh, thanks for sharing that, Karen. The where you find the Bright Skies dies. Yeah, there is a stamp set that coordinates with it. I did not get the stamp set for the Bright Skies dies. Just I'll show those again in case anybody just came on. These are the Bright Skies dies for this card that I did with the sun and the clouds, both the long dies and the clouds. So yeah, super cool. I didn't know how much I was going to like them until I made this card. Okay, all right, so we're going to get into the Regal Winter, which is new in the mini catalog, and I will be doing a kit to go with this. I'm just thinking I might wait until later in the season when, like, maybe December, since December is like, well, what do you do for December? Past Christmas, past holidays, so I believe this is going to be December. Okay, so the stamp set that goes with this is called Regal Flora. It's so my style because it is that distinctive. So it shows multiple hues of color with one inking. So I love distinctive. They're one of my favorite types of stamps. Then there are the dies. So here are the dies, and this is a favorite. Now I am not going to share the card that I used with this die until next week because it's all ready and I've got a busy week coming, so I'm going to wait to hold off on the other 2 cards for this until next week, I believe. Let's see. My plans change by the day. But yeah, here are all the dies that coordinate with that. I haven't used this one yet. This one, I'm not sure what that is. I should have tried that before. Hopefully I will by next week. Okay, so that's the stamp set and dies. Now I want to share, this is not the card I'm going to make, but this is made with, oh gosh, a winter, something winter. It's in the online exclusive, but this is the fold. So see how that catches, and yet it's perfectly layered. So I think this was a Susan Campfield fold, but super easy. Now this is something that I was in one of my kits to go, but I save these in my shoebox of ideas. So I have ideas, easy card ideas again. So this is my inspiration, I guess you'd call it. Now, using this paper, not this, we're going to, I'll show you the card. So this is it right here. This is Fresh Freesia with Blackberry Bliss. And there's the inside. So quite different, similar, very similar, but I did a whole different thing with the ends, with the front diagonal square and the inside. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, now here are my layers. Here are my layers. So this project sheet will be on my blog next week. Now this is where you get the project sheets at flowerbug.net, and this one will be Monday. What is that date? 2nd? I think it's Monday the 2nd. So this is, I believe, 7 inches, if I'm right. So 7 inches by 5 1/2. Okay, so that's the card base. You can kind of see. Now this is our inside. These are our pieces. Okay, the first step to making this is to add your designer paper. So it seems strange, but that's what you do to make this card. It's so simple, actually. So I just want it centered, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you can do your best. Okay, so we made these cards, today's and next week's, at last week's team meeting. So now you will insert this into those, right? And hopefully you can just center it. But how you find out is to center it here and center it there. So basically, I'm going to scoot this over just a little bit and make sure that looks really good. So now open that one up while holding it and just add that adhesive. Still looking at this, that looks very nice and even. There we go. And this one you will not add any glue to. That's open, right? Okay, now let's add our designer paper. This is Blackberry Bliss and Fresh Freesia. I thought the colors are beautiful together. And I believe this is a 2 3/4 inch square, this Blackberry Bliss layer. So this gets centered point to point on here. And I can actually do that now. Now you can decide to do higher, lower, whatever you want, but you basically want to go from center and over. I'm going to just add a little bit more. Okay, so now point to point, center your points, and this could even be a bigger square, but so I think my adhesive ends right there. It could have even gone just a little bit further, but now, see that? So it stays closed. It's the easiest latch or catch card, diagonal latch card, I'm calling it, that you could make. So super fun. All right, so let's get our inks out. We are going to use, of course, Blackberry Bliss and Fresh Freesia. Okay, so you might notice I die cut these for my gals so they wouldn't have to be die cutting at class. Now, the thanks is from here and all the other stamps. This is a die cut from the Cheerful Daisies dies. I thought it was super delicate. Now we are going to stamp our greeting and hope that I get it straight. Because usually you want to stamp before you die cut. That is the rule of thumb. So I'm going to test and see how straight it is. It looks pretty straight. See how I do. Okay, pretty good. All right, now let's work on the inside while we've got this here. Now I'm not doing that image because that's on, I'm going to use the Stamparatus, if you can believe it. So we'll just have a little flower here in the Blackberry Bliss, and it comes off much darker and then it lightens up. Okay, so now we're going to get the Stamparatus out because, like I said, I don't like my gals to have to die cut. So this is what I do. All right, so this one is going to go up there. And this one will go here. So what I do is I die cut these plain and then insert them. And this one will be in, let me get the card back out, in Fresh Freesia. So you simply ink. I know we don't have a Stamparatus anymore, and I'm so sorry, but maybe you have one already, or maybe you have a stamp positioning tool from another company, but it is so easy to do it this way, just to die cut a whole bunch of white ones and then insert them for, now I believe we are getting, I think they said there was a whole thing with Tim Holtz and his stamp positioning tool that he made us take ours off the market. But I believe Stampin' Up! Is creating a new one. Now you have to take this one off. I just love it. I hope we get one just like this in the future. Yeah, really frustrating. Okay, so I'm going to close the Blackberry Bliss and bring in the Fresh Freesia. And I just sponged a little bit of the color on here. I wanted to bring more of that color in and made the center of these just a little bit darker on the card. I think that's it. You know what else I can do is just to add a little bit of Fresh Freesia here. Okay, it's always fun to add more color. Okay, so this will go, because I write in here, I just left this blank except for the little floral image. So I hope that you try this fun fold. It's super, super easy and not many pieces. See how neat that is? And it's so easy, and it's even instinctive. So you give this card to somebody, well, they're gonna say, well, it's gotta open, right? And it just opens in multiple ways, and they're gonna know how to close it. So it's not difficult. Okay, so what I did here was, here's my other little piece, kind of overlapped those and added this. I'm trying to see which way this seems like the, I don't know, I guess I did it, I'm trying to do it like I did it. Oh, here we go. Like that. So I want the flowers kind of centered, and then these are kind of peeking. Okay, so you know what somebody told me that you can do, oh, I'm just going to show you. Ginny, I don't know if she's watching. I haven't been watching comments, but look at this. So take a Post-it note. You know you want it there. Do that. Turn it over. Add your adhesive. Now here it's a little bit, this is such a fine, I'm just trying not to squeeze much out here. Die cut, it's still not even, there we go, there we get a little bit. That I'm just trying to get a little bit on that. Okay, so now I can add that back and just press. And then lift this up. The reason I didn't include the other flower was, I did pull it a little bit, is because I'm adding that with dimensionals. So that's a little tip on many layers. Just grab them all with your Post-it note. Okay, here we're going to bring in my dimensionals. Now, I purposely do not like to add dimensionals where my flower center will be, because I'm adding gems there. So that means, because where I'm adding the gems will stick up, if I added dimensionals there as well, it would stick up even more. So I just not want to let go of that little thing. So I don't know why this feels weird today. There we go. I'm happy with that. Just a little peek of those other things. Now the greeting. I want that to go right about here. We will add just one dimensional on the edge and a little bit of glue. If I had a dimension on both areas, it would pop up too much because there's likely a pop-up over here somewhere. Make sure that's straight. A little bit of plate, but oh, I didn't take that piece off. There we go. I think that's straight. All right, so the gems. These are the new Regal foiled adhesive back dots. Aren't they pretty? And they coordinate with the designer paper, as you can see. So yeah, then I'm going to grab some of this color, which it looks like Blackberry Bliss to me. Just add those in the center, and that's it. So that is the card. Isn't it pretty? But I really, really like this fun fold. I think it's super, super neat. So just don't add adhesive beyond like this designer paper. That's kind of I just did the halfway point and over, and it works just fine. Okay, so that is the Regal Flora Sweet card. Now I'll be sharing 2 more with this designer paper next week because I didn't want to make this video too long. Okay, all right, I think that's it. So don't forget, the project sheets are here, and both of these will be shown next week. And here are my host codes, and don't forget to use your $5 coupons that you received for your orders in July. Don't miss out on that. I appreciate it, and I have a gift for everybody's order who is over $50 this month. So, all right, thanks so much for joining me every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Time on my Bugs Ink Spot Facebook page. All of my videos are uploaded on YouTube as well, so if you're a YouTube person, be sure to follow me on YouTube so you won't miss a thing. All right, thanks so much, gals. Have a great week. Okay, bye-bye.